everybody, once again, it's time for the Jeopardy! For the SNES, this is game 44, and so far we've won $3,036,600. Yet, this version of Jeopardy is a $3 million plus run. There's my opponents right there. Let's play the Jeopardy! With these categories: France, literature, U.S. cities, the 50s, initials, law. I'll leave the categories alone. We'll start with the 50s for 100.
The answer is...
Developer William J. Levitt built 3 suburban communities, all named this. What is Levittown? The 50s 200.
The answer is...
After posing for pictures, she was asked what she had on and replied, the radio. Who is Marilyn Monroe? The 50s for 300.
The answer is...
John and Stuart Alsop revived the word egghead to describe this candidate's supporters. Who is Adlai Stevenson? I like the 50s for 400. There's a daily double. All 600. San Francisco police confiscated this beat, its epic howl when it first came out. Who is Allen Ginsberg? $500. The 50s 500. Brown versus Board of Education dealt with school segregation in this Midwest city. What is Topeka? And I ran the category like it was absolutely nothing. 1700 is what I have, but I'm going to go with France for 100.
The answer is...
Built from the 11th to the 16th century, this abbey citadel rests on an island off the coast of Normandy. Rob. Mont Saint-Michel, which is correct. Okay, and where will Rob go? He'll go to France for 200.
The answer is...
When you're on the left bank in Paris, you're left of this river. What is the Seine? France 300.
The answer is...
Once a Mediterranean fishing village, now it's famous for a film festival. What is Cannes? France 400.
The answer is...
University of Paris, known by the name of its most famous college. I'll give it to Rob. The Sorbonne, and that is right. Putting Rob up at $500, and where's he going to go next? He's going to take initials for 100.
The answer is...
The C in SPCA stands for this. What is cruelty? Initials 200.
The answer is...
The initials WC on a British lavatory stand for this. What is water closet? I'll take initials for 400.
The answer is...
Or for 300, excuse me. The initials of America's oldest civil rights organization. What are NAACP, which stand for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People? Initials for 400.
The answer is...
The initials BTU stand for this in thermodynamics. What is British Thermal Unit? Look at all this money I'm racking up here. I don't like the 500, please, for initials.
The answer is...
The E in BPOE represents this word. What is Elks? for that first category.
The answer
France.
is.
Founded about 600 BC by Greeks, it's France's main seaport. I will say, what is Marseille? That's right. Okay, let's go with law for
The answer
100.
is.
Works whose copyrights have expired have fallen into this. What is the public domain? Look at all this money I have right here. Law for 200.
The answer is.
While slander is spoken, a case of defamatory words written or printed is called this. What is libel? Law 300.
The answer is.
The only state whose basic law is not based on British common law but on the Napoleonic Code. What is Louisiana? Law for 400.
The answer is.
On the side of Newgate Prison, London Central Criminal Court is commonly called this. What is Old Bailey? Yeah, good job. Law 500, please.
The answer is.
The 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson decision declared this illegal. What is... Okay. Plessy versus Ferguson declared this illegal. I'll just say, what is segregation? That's right! Holy cow. Literature
The answer
100.
is.
To supplement his income, this MD wrote a study in Scarlet. Who is Arthur Conan Doyle? Literature 200.
The answer is.
Pseudonym of poet George William Russell, or first initials of poet Houseman. What are AE? Or what is AE, I should say? Literature 300.
The answer is.
For her father assumed the name Barrett when he inherited slave plantations in the West Indies, who is Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Yeah, we were able to get it all in that time. Literature for 400, please.
The answer is.
Angered by American piracies of his novels, he put down the U.S. in his Martin Chuzzlewit, who's Charles Dickens. Literature for 500.
The answer is.
His modest proposal of 1729 was to cure Ireland's overpopulation by using babies as food. Who is Jonathan Swift? Ran that category. U.S. cities 100.
The answer is.
Washington crossed the Delaware near the state capital. What is Trenton, New Jersey?
The answer is.
This South Dakota city was not named for growing swiftly, but for a creek that runs through it. What is Rapid City? $300.
The answer is.
The World of Tour and Peace Through Understanding were themes of the two World's Fairs held in this city. What is... have between two. I'll just say what is New York. And And I picked the right city. 300, or 400, excuse me.
The answer is.
The oldest public building in the U.S., the Palace of the Governors, is in this New Mexico city. What is Taos? Not Taos. Oh. Too bad. The city was Santa Fe. I should have thought of that one. Alright. Rob was up to 900. Let's look at that last clue.
The answer is.
This part on the big island of Hawaii is the flower center of the state. Oh, we hear from Sue for the very first time. The city is... Oh, she doesn't know! So she'll start at minus 500. Too bad. Why don't I try this one and say what is Hilo? So I have 7,900, Rob 900, Sue minus 500. She's going first in Double Jeopardy. Let's get to the categories for Double Jeopardy. For Double Jeopardy, the categories are political quotes, food, gee whiz, notice the quotation marks, plastics, people, and birds. Okay. Let's begin. Sue starts with food for 200.
The answer is.
I like food. Risotto is a popular Italian dish that features this grain cooked in broth. What is rice? Food for 400.
The answer is.
A frittata is an open-faced variety of this. What's an omelet? Food for 600.
The answer is.
Greek salads are usually distinguished by this cheese. What is feta? Food for 800.
The answer is.
A very large, firm, meaty tomato, often served with onion slices in an oil and vinegar dressing. What is beefsteak? Food for 1,000.
The answer is.
From the Greek word for leaf, these leaf-like sheets of pastry are used to make baklava. What is phyllo? Well done in the category. Okay, let's have birds for
The
200.
answer is.
Members of this talking bird family were familiar pets to Romans. What are parrots? I like birds for 400.
The answer is.
This talking bird is a species of starling. What is a mynah bird? Oh no, we got it right the first time. We good, we good. Like birds for 600?
The answer is.
Though eagles are much smaller than humans, these sense organs are the same size. Oh, too bad. Sue got it. It's the eyes. I knew that one, but she has a little bit of cash now. She has $100. All right, Sue. Where do we go? Where are we going? She's going to people for 200. She got one of the 2 daily doubles, and she's going to risk 1,000 on this clue. Pen name of Lafayette Hubbard, who died in 1986 after spending years in seclusion, and it's L. Ron Hubbard. Sue did not know that, so she's back in the hole. Let's see where she goes now. Political quotes for 200.
The answer is.
He introduced himself as the man who accompanied Jacqueline Kennedy to Paris. Who is John F. Kennedy? Let's go back to the other category for 400 people.
The answer is.
This lyricist co-edited the Choate Prep School yearbook with John F. Kennedy before he wrote Camelot. Oh, Sue locked me out on the buzzer. Alan J. Lerner. He's the one. Still in the hole, Sue, but you get to make the next selection as we continue. Which is going to be plastics for 200.
The answer is.
In July 1988, Soviet Olympic Committee head Yuri Titov was issued the first soft card. One of these. One is a credit card. People for 600.
The answer is.
This heavyweight Italian tenor doesn't like to sing until he's found a bent nail on the stage floor. Who is Luciano Pavarotti? Damn it. I put a J instead of an I. Yeah, I knew that one, but stupid controller put a J instead of an I. Oh, that makes me mad. Let's keep going. Plastics 400.
The answer is.
In 1868, John W. Hyatt created the first celluloid to replace the ivory balls used in this sport. What is billiards? Let's have people for 800.
The answer is.
His wife, Leona, was a self-made millionaire before she became queen of his hotels. Who is Conrad Hilton? Damn. Rob. Oh, he doesn't know. Too bad. Sue. It's Harry Helmsley. I always get this clue wrong, or I can never remember. Alright. Sue has some money once again, but she trails me by a margin. Let's keep going. Plastics for 600.
The answer is.
Meaning upon oxygen, it's any of the reasons that form a strong adhesion. What is an epoxy? People for 1,000.
The answer is.
Commenting on Truth Shores, this former Yankee said, "It's so crowded, nobody goes there anymore." Who's Yogi Berra? That's better. Plastics for 800.
The answer is.
In 1988, this Danish city made out of little plastic bricks celebrated its 20th anniversary. What is the Legoland? Plastics 1,000.
The answer is.
The plastic fiber that was the title of the 1981 film starring the late Divine. What is polyester? So that like Vic the Slick that time. $14,300. I'd like political quotes for 400.
The answer is.
He said, "If nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve." Who is William Tecumseh Sherman? Oh, Bob Saget. Let's have political quotes for 600, please.
The answer is.
In the 1980 election, he coined the phrase voodoo economics. Who's George Bush? Oh, Bob Saget. Political quotes 800.
The answer is.
Acid tongue vice president who said some newspapers dispose of their garbage by printing it. Who is Spiro Agnew? Thank God I corrected that. Political quotes 1,000.
The answer is.
Presidential candidate who said, "Eggheads unite. You have nothing to lose but your yolks." Was that Adlai Stevenson? There we go. $800 in birds.
The answer is.
Some waterfowl, mistaking shotgun pellets for seeds or grits, have been stricken with this. Sue. Lead poisoning. Oh, that makes sense. She's right. She takes second place, has $1,100. Where will she go? Gee whiz, 200.
The answer is.
It could follow Maurice, Robin, or Barry. What is Gib? The Bee Gees. Gee whiz, 400.
The answer is.
Term for a present participle used as a noun such as asking or answering. What is a gestalt? Oh no, that's wrong. Oh, I just figured it out. Gerund, yeah, I just figured it out, but too late. Alright. You're up to 1,500 too. Birds, 1,000.
The answer is.
The yellow-bellied sapsucker and the common flicker are members of this bird family. What is a woodpecker? Let's have 600 in gee whiz. All. This 20th century German psychology states that the whole experience is greater than the sum of its parts. Now is the time for what is just stalled. Oh no, it was right. 800.
The answer is.
A rapid slide through a series of consecutive tones on a piano or trombone, for example. Oh! Dang it, I just figured it out. Glissando, yeah. We have a tie between Rob and Sue. Let's look at that final clue.
The answer is.
The okapi belongs to this family. Rob. Giraffes. So he's at $2,500. Sue is at $1,500, and I'm in the lead with $35,800. As we get ready for Final Jeopardy, I'm coming back for a 45th game. The Final Jeopardy category is going to be movie trivia. I am feeling good about movie trivia. I'm going all in. The plot of this 1977 film pivoted around Oklahoma City, on and off the stage. The turning point. So I'm going to finish with $71,600. That's right, $71,600 this game, resulting now in a 44 game winning total of $3,108,200. I'll repeat that, $3,108,200.
Final Jeopardy answer is.
Is it the turning point? Yes, it is. And I'm going to see you all for that next video.